Prince George Cougars, of course, just a few seasons ago celebrated their 30th anniversary, and this year they're celebrating their 12th annual alumni golf tournament. It's happening this weekend, the Prince George Golf and Curling Club. We're going to get to chat with Hudson Thornton, former team captain, of course. He's playing in the East Coast Hockey League, but he made the time to chat with us ahead of the big alumni golf tournament, which he is in Prince George for. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. Prince George Cougars are having their alumni golf tournament coming up this weekend, and we're so lucky to be joined by, a super cool alumni and a proud Prince George Cougar through and through. Lucky to be joined by Hudson Thornton today, former Prince George Cougars captain. And Huddy, thanks so much for joining us. How's it going?
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, just had some technical difficulties getting on here with you, but it's always a pleasure to speak to yourself, and anything to help out the Prince George community, I'm all for it. So it's a pleasure to be on here with you.
Well, tell me about, let's start with your season here before we talk about golf, because you had your first season in the East Coast Hockey League after graduating, of course, from the Western Hockey League in Prince George. How were things for you? It looked like you played quite a few games and even hit the score sheet.
Yeah, it was an interesting year for sure. Pro is obviously a lot different than junior. A lot of factors, obviously, when it comes to off ice. You're living on your own now. You're not coming home to the billets every day, and having them cook for you and whatnot is a treat. So yeah, kind of figuring that side out, but that was pretty good. And then the on ice was it was a bit of a crazy train to start. I started on one team, and then I ended up going to another team in the East Coast. So but yeah, just obviously an overall great experience, and I was lucky that I found a nice home in Orlando there, and the coach and staff were great, and I felt like I developed a lot, and I'm just looking forward to next year.
What is the, for those that don't know, you're talking about the transition from junior to pro. What was the hardest transition? Was it cooking your own meals and trying to find the time to do that?
Yeah, a little bit of that, I'd say. Trying to be creative in the kitchen was definitely tough.
Lots of fettuccine Alfredo?
Yeah, honestly, not even in the past. Those took too much time. It was just ground beef and rice, to be honest, a little avocado, and probably had that 5 or 6 days in a row. But yeah, then just obviously, we're lucky enough in the East Coast. They pay for your living, so you have a roommate, and kind of just seeing how that works. And obviously, I've lived with someone before in junior, but you're in someone else's house, and now this is basically your house. So taking care of the house, cleaning, and doing all the things that your parents do. You learn to appreciate that a lot. So like I said, overall great experience though.
Yeah, doing lots of adulting. Hudson Thornton. Okay, I want to transition to the golf tournament here in Prince George now. Thanks for sharing about the season. But when it comes to the golf tournament, there's going to be a lot of players here, a lot of alumni of the Prince George Cougars. Who are you looking forward to seeing and chatting with the most?
Yeah, I think just the coaching staff. I hope I don't even know if they're coming, but I hope they are. Just obviously Mark Lamb and Jimmy Playfair and Carter Rigby. I spent 3 years with Lammer, and 3 best years of my life, and then lucky enough to have Jimmy my last year. And his reputation and the person he is speaks for himself. So it'd be nice to catch up with those guys again. And obviously Rigby's always a good time, and a fun person to hang out with too, so it'll be nice. And then just honestly looking forward to meeting people I haven't honestly met before. And obviously there's going to be a lot of alumni there that have played throughout the years, so kind of just hearing their stories and kind of their experiences in the city and in the league will be obviously pretty cool. And I think there's going to be Chase Pauls there, who was the same year as me, so I think we're going to be the youngest alumni there, so that'll be cool obviously to catch up with him. And just like I said, looking forward to meeting everybody.
Yeah, maybe swap some recipes.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hope no one will want mine, but maybe I'll want some other guys.
So this would be your first golf tournament here in PG?
Yes, yeah. Last year I would love to come, but just kind of the way that it lines up with NHL development camps and stuff. So
Yeah.
lucky enough to be able to make it to this one this year.
Okay, so now for those who are wondering, are you a good golfer? Should people be bidding on you to be on their team?
Uh, I was thinking about it the other day because Tyler Bruff, who puts it on, was saying that I got to make myself look good on the stage there when people are bidding. So no, I'm not a great golfer by any means, but if you want to shoot 120 and have a great time, then I'm kind of the person to be with. That's for sure.
Now, I know I asked you this, I'm pretty sure I asked you this a year ago, but what would your advice be to future hockey players out there, younger ones watching this, Huddy? Because obviously they'd love to be in your shoes, love to be making their way. I mean, it's not often a glorious journey through the minor leagues, but to get to the NHL is obviously the goal for all these kids. What would your advice be to them trying to do that?
Yeah, I think number one is that you always got to have fun. That's something I learned a lot this year. At times, it feels like a job, but you got to find ways to have fun through it, and whether that's with teammates or just doing things on your own. It's a game at the end of the day, and it's about fun. And like I said too, I think I said to you last year, obviously is hard work. And maybe you're not the most talented guy. I'm sure not the most talented guy, but if you can work hard and do the little things, whether it's in the gym or on the ice, and as long as you're out competing, at least one other person on the ice, then you're doing the right things. So yeah, I would say those two are obviously the biggest. And you got to do what you love. And if you're not loving it anymore, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. So just try to always love the game and have fun and work hard.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, Hudson. I appreciate your time. I'm looking forward to seeing you here in PG. And of course, all the proceeds from the Cougars Golf Tournament go to support the Spirit of the North Healthcare Foundation, raises hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's all thanks to folks like you, Hudson, for coming back. So I appreciate your time and looking forward to seeing you here this weekend. It's a lot to look forward to leading up to the Prince George Pride Parade, and we're so lucky to have CJ and Heather in studio with us today to talk a little bit more about that for the Prince George Pride Society. And happy, I guess, Pride Month is June, is it? But in Prince George we celebrate in July. Is that how this goes?
Typically, yes.
Yeah.
At least since COVID. It's
right.
been...
So talk to me a little bit about the week here leading up to the parade at the end of the week.
Okay, leading up to it, it starts with the flag raising on Friday, and then we have our drag show, we have high tea, we have, roller
skating.
Roller
skating.
Movie
night. Trivia night.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have the parade itself, followed by the vendor market. And there's a couple Pride-friendly church services going to be happening over the weekends as well. So.
Awesome. Now, Prince George has a long history with Pride. The parade's been going on for a long time, and I understand this is like one of the largest contingents, it's one of the longest-running Pride parades in BC. Am I right about that? I think so, right?
Yes. So Pride in the Pride Society in BC, Prince George is the second oldest in BC, following Vancouver itself.
That's pretty good. Pretty good for Prince George. People think we're up here north, right? No, we're the second oldest. That's pretty cool.
Yep, this is our 28th annual parade.
28th annual.
Yep.
Wow, that's a long time. And now this year, is there anything different than years past? Like we were talking about all these activities. I feel like in the past, there wasn't nearly as many activities. So this is cool this year in particular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, originally there was a lot more stuff that happened, and then it kind of petered off. And,
right, COVID, yeah.
Yeah, and the last few years we've been getting more and more things going on. So.
If people want to take part, there's obviously a full agenda on the Facebook page. That's where we found the details. So we'll put all the details on ckpgtoday.ca as well. So for those wondering, is there different tickets, different events? Is it all free? How does it work?
Well, the parade and market is free for people to attend, but the other items are all ticketed. Roller skating is at the door. You can pre-buy your tickets if you want. It is limited to 100 people.
Okay, so it might be a good idea to do that then.
Yeah, but everything else is ticketed to pre-buy your tickets, preferably. The tea actually had its cutoff already, so
Oh, okay.
we can't get tickets for that. But
Wait till next year for that.
yes, yeah. And the trivia night is always a popular one, and it's actually limited to 30. So if people want to
Okay.
get in on that, sooner is better.
Heather, I was going
Yeah.
to say, what in particular are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to the drag show.
Yeah.
And then the tea, because who doesn't love a fancy tea party, right?
Of course.
That's something, and we've been trying to do a couple of events that are not, nighttime club events, so that younger people, older people can attend. And those are the ones I'm most excited for.
I like it. And CJ, how about you?
Well, we already had the one that I was most excited for. That was the queer prom.
Yes.
But coming up, I think the market.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of really cool vendors coming. We've got a lot of people that are really excited to be part of it, and we've even got a bouncy castle.
A bouncy castle. Okay, now you got me interested here. No, but the market, where is it going to take place?
It's at Veterans Plaza.
Perfect.
Which is
Right in front of City Hall.
Yes. And
it's where the parade ends.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so the parade will take you all the way to it, and then you're at the market already. So
I like it. It's pretty cool. It's cool. 28 years of Pride Parade here in Prince George, and then obviously, so coming up on 30 in a couple years. But it must just be cool to say, Prince George is one of those places that, and I think it's important to note as well, a safe place to celebrate and celebrate Pride. It must feel good, yeah.
it is. I mean, we've had the odd disturbance, but for the most part, it's very well supported here in Prince George.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for coming in today. This has been a treat. Always welcome here in the studio to talk things Pride, and head outside and enjoy the Pride Parade, the market, all the good stuff to celebrate Pride Week. That's right, a full week of events you guys got planned. So we'll list them all on ckpgtoday.ca as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, it's time for our final day of Celebrity Week, featuring a big celebrity pop here. You can see him on your screen. Very festive, very fashionable. This is the winner from 2023, courtesy of Cheryl Holmgren. So shout out to Cheryl for her pup being a celeb on this Celebrity Week. Your pup could be the next celeb, or could be a cat, could be another animal too. Submit online at ckpgtoday.ca and participate in this year's edition of Post Your Pet, folks. It all kicks off on Monday. Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Just like that, yeah. It needs to stay right there. Oh, hey there. Sorry, it's just unfolding. And would you know it, that is the subject of this month's exhibition and show at the Omineca Arts Centre. We're going to meet a couple artists today with very powerful stories, courageous stories, and they got a lot to teach you, and I got a lot to learn about them as well. Let's head inside and do it together. Now, inside the Omineca Arts Centre here, talking about Unfold, and Sheila, thank you for making the time here. We're in front of your beautiful piece of art and called Out of the Woods, the exhibition. Tell me a little bit about, maybe we'll start with the Unfold piece. What's the unfolding all about?
Okay, so unfolding is about the creation of story. You know, everybody has one to say, whether that's from your past, from your present, or something that you're looking for in your future. And it's really great for emerging artists for us to recognize the people in our community. And
I mean, as an emerging artist, walk me through like the steps here, because it takes a long time to kind of go from your conception of art to like breaking the barrier of being an emerging artist. How long does that process take?
Or I guess there is no really timeline.
It is really different on the artist and whether or not they want to pop out into the community. It can be difficult. So many artists, they like to hide under their rocks, and they can be difficult to find. So giving them the opportunity to come out and really show up and show out their art and the stories that they have to say, it's incredible.
Yeah, well, thank you for showing up today and showing off this piece, Out of the Woods. Tell me a little bit about kind of behind the scenes and the thought behind it.
So Out of the Woods is a very personal piece for me. It's about self-love, self-acceptance, and really finding myself and feeling confident in who I am to this day.
Okay, so tell me a little bit, how long ago did you paint it? Did you make it? Tell me about the process.
So I painted it for this specific exhibition, so it's a very new piece. I did have a small inspiration. So earlier in the year, I was able to get a very old photo of me, which, if you know me, it is not something that I thought I was ever going to be able to get, as just being somebody who didn't grow up with my family. So having that piece of younger me and really looking at myself and being able to realize that I didn't deserve a lot of the difficulties that I went through, but I'm happy that I was able to go through them because they really reflect in the person that I've become.
Okay, so talk to me. Well, congratulations. It takes a lot of courage for sharing that journey here today too. But the symbolism is Out of the Woods. You're holding hands here with. Tell me, walk me through here what people are looking at.
So I'm walking with my younger self. It's more of a symbolism of me taking care of myself and accepting my younger self.
Tell me about the workshops here too. These are coming up here. There's one on July 8th.
Oh yes, so July 8th will be our opening night. It's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. We're going to have all of the artists here. We're hoping to see lots of beautiful faces. And it'll just be artists sharing their work, and you'll get to hear about our stories and what those art pieces mean.
Okay, well, thank you for the time today. We're going to go meet Sylvia, another part of this exhibit here, our exhibition show. There's a lot going on here at Omineca Arts Centre. Thank you. Time for part two here at the Omineca, and this is Sylvia with us today, emerging artist, you've self-declared. But tell me a little bit about your part of the show exhibit here.
Yeah, well, my part, it's a show and an exhibition of my text. So the show, it's a mix of song, storytelling, and poetry. And can I talk right now about the call to artists?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so I saw a call to artists in June. And I came to meet Sarah to see how my working was going to fit in there. And finally, we decided to make a show and an exhibition. And I'm really, really glad about all the latitude and the freedom that she gave to my creativity. I'm also really grateful because she gave the opportunity to emergent artists as me of all age, because it's really rare for people emergent artists over 40 to get the opportunity, as an emergent artist. And I'm also writing about family appropriation, which is a really close concept of cultural appropriation. It's when you use an historical person of your family to make money in a disrespectful way. Because Marie-Joseph Corriveau, they made herself a legend, a witch. There is a beer at her name. There is a Heavy Metal group who took her name also. Oh, wow. So I was really upset about all those things. So my monologue, it's talking about family appropriation also.
What do you hope people take away from coming to, take in a show and exhibit like yours?
Well, there is a lot of things. First of all, there is the link, because I live here in Prince George since 2 years. The link between the story of the Indigenous and the French-Canadian people are really, really similar. They haven't sterilized women when they was going to give birth in hospital. They did that to French-Canadian women too, So I want to see the similarity, and I want also to see through the time, through those centuries, those women stand up, the woman was there. We don't talk often about them, but they was really strong figure, and there are still people who are standing up and denunciate things like that. And there's still work to do about human rights and women's rights.
Definitely got a lot of work left to do on that. So thank you for your time today, Sylvia. Appreciate it. Come and check out the exhibition on right now, Unfold, at the Omineca Arts Centre. We'll include all the details for the workshops, links, all you need to know on ckpgtoday.ca. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Local Artist Spotlight on CKPG Today is brought to you by Omineca Arts Centre, a safe space for creativity to flourish.
Taking a look outside at today's CKPG Snapshot. This one from Tina Garlick. Took this up at Force for the World, and part of me thinks, Tina, you probably had to be pretty quiet to get this shot here. Robins, scared off easily, but definitely very, very cool creatures. And yeah, as the saying goes, early bird gets the worm. I'm assuming Tina took this shot early in the morning as well. But anyways, if you have a snapshot, you can take it any time of day, folks. It doesn't matter. Snapshot at ckpg.com. We'd love to see it. Sunrise, sunset, landscape. Your summer travels can be documented through our CKPG Snapshot feature. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
Prince Georgian Racing have a long history, whether it's the old track that used to be where Superstore is today, or it's just the amount of races that have taken place at Pagera over the years, including Cascars, a cool Canadian racing circuit. And there's plenty of Prince George connections to it, which we're going to look at today in local history.
Taking a look back to 1998 at the Cascar Race Circuit that stopped in Prince George. And, well, there's a lot of Prince George flavor here, too, because two guys from Prince George are trying to wheel their teams to the finish line and finish on the podium. Dallas Mayert and Al Gandy, two big names in the racing community here in Prince George. But basically, the long and short of it is it was very expensive to be part of this. They had trouble getting it done. And also, not long after this photo was taken in 2004, NASCAR actually bought out Cascar. So it kind of turned into a different thing after that anyways. But cool to see some events hosted at Pagera over the years.
There you go, Cascar. Pretty cool stuff, and Pagera, a pretty cool track. We are blessed to have it here in Prince George. Go check out the races, of course. They're happening all summer long. The schedule's on Pagera's website for that. And don't forget, folks, over the weekend, take your pictures of your pet and post them for your chance to get featured. Of course, every pet that gets entered, though, is in the draw to win the Post Your Pet prize. So head online to ckpgtoday.ca and enter that. Thanks so much for watching this week. We'll see you for more stuff next week. Bye for now, folks.